the Philippines' newest online network. A5 Digital Media. Makikinig sa'yo.
Makikinig sa'yo.
The views and opinions expressed by the host and the guest do not necessarily reflect those of the channel and the management.
Waking up and happy lang, feeling good vibes on a Sunday morning.
Talagang orange yung medya.
Everyone have fun, let's have
Yun na
some
nagdala
good
daw eh.
time.
Part na.
Galing, galing. Cheer up, sit back and relax. Just enjoy, hear and watch. Tweet namin to para sa iyo. And here we go now. Oh, it's a lovely day. Oh, it's a beautiful day. This is a happy day. Because it's a lovely day. Oh, it's a lovely day. Oh, it's a beautiful day. This is a happy day. Because it's a lovely day. It's a lovely day.
Hello, good morning our lovely people.
Ana, hindi pa tapos ang araw natin, but I know it's going to be a lovely day, partner, indeed.
I agree with you
Yeah.
because it's our pilot episode.
Yeah, that's right. Ang daming blessings pa rin, even though ganito ang situations natin, kaya dapat tayong magpasalamat parati. At dahil dyan, bigyan natin ng isang bagsak naman ng palakpak naman. Because damihan natin, di ba? Para sa ating lahat. Because it's been a tough year. We all know it, right?
Yes.
And for all of us, because of the pandemic, but yet, here we are still fighting for a better tomorrow.
And that's why we're here to give you a fun and informative show every Sunday because
It's a lovely day! I am your Kuya Jose po.
and I am Lovely Rivero, now serving.
Oh, bakit naman now serving partner? Nagluluto ka ba? Balita ko, masarap pero magluto. Miss Lovely Rivero.
Well, hindi na ako, alam mo, wordplay lang naman yon. Pero hindi ko na ipagkakailan ko, masarap ako magluto. Ay, ang yabang,
Saktong-sakto.
Pag wala kang panlasa, pag may COVID ka.
Pagkatapos ito, 12 noon ako, sigurado. Gutom na tayo lahat niyan. Okay?
Pero alam mo, napapansin ko, kanina ka pa, parang ang pinupunto mo, gusto mo matapos agad tong show eh. Alam mo ba na sobrang hot ang topic natin ngayon? As in, hot na hot. Mas mainit pa sa pagkain na isuserve sa'yo
So,
mamayang
nagbabaga
lunch.
pa lang yung topic natin ngayon.
Yes.
Oo nga pala. Ayan, nawala na tuloy yung gutom ko.
Ayun
Pero
nga.
teka, bago ang lahat, ano bang meron ngayon, partner?
Pilot episode natin.
July 4.
July 4. Ano pa ba?
Independence Day!
Independence Day. Tama. Teka, sandali. Di ba, sabi mo sa akin,
Yeah.
historian ka. Sige, kung totoong historian ka, ano ba ang significance ng Independence Day?
Independence Day, kasi July 4 ngayon, di ba? I think it goes back sa history ng 1776 ng mga Amerikano. Panahon na ng presidente pa si Thomas Jefferson. Pero dahil sa aftermath ng gera natin ng World War II, nagkaroon ng Philippine Republic establishment. July 4, 1946, sa panahon naman ni Manuel Rojas. Okay? So doon naman na-establish natin yung independence natin sa mga Amerikano. Pero as the time goes by, naging Philippine-American Friendship Day na ito. So yun ang significance ng July 4 natin.
Pero ako alam mo, baliktad. Kasi July 4, doon ako kinasal.
Oo.
So hindi ako naging independent. Naging dependent ako.
Tatanungin ko sana, is it a
Hindi,
blessing or a
hindi.
curse?
Hindi. Huwag na natin pag-usapan.
Right,
Pero
right,
wala
right.
na yun. Wala na.
Right.
Burado na yung kasal na yun. Grabe, no? Pero alam mo, ang galing talaga ni Kuya Jose, historian nga at businessman pa. Kaya I'm sure na maraming umiiyak ng mga girls
Nako,
sa'yo, no?
kung umiyak man sila, palagay ko, it's all tears of joy,
Ay,
partner.
wow, tears of joy
Joke
talaga.
lang.
Nako, sige na, matutuwa na nga yung asawa mo dyan. Sige na. Pero sa totoo lang, Kuya Jose, ang gusto kong malaman, kasi nga sinabi mo itong pandemic, ang daming nangyari. But how are you and your family?
Family coping. Well, lahat naman tayo nagdadaan siyempre sa isang bagay na napakahirap. We're all struggling, but everything is okay. Kahit papano, paunti-unti. We're fighting every day, and it's going to be better for all of us. Yan. Ikaw naman, kamusta naman ang iyong love life?
Ay, talaga, love life?
Eh, syempre, curious ako dyan.
Ang ganda ng tanong ko sa'yo, ikaw love life, ano ba yan? Hindi, pero siguro yung coping na rin, no? Ay, nalis talaga sa love life. Yung coping ko naman, in terms of the family, syempre talagang, we're struggling talaga to cope with the new normal. Kasi
That's right.
sobrang nag-iba talaga yung mundo. Pero ang sa akin kasi, I try not to let the fear paralyze me and my family. Kumbaga, we pivot and we just embrace the new normal as our normal.
Yeah.
Diba? Yun na lang, we just have to try and live with what's there or what we have.
But you know what, guys? I'd like to share with you, napaka-bless ko, kasama ko si Miss Lovely. Sinearch ko pa yung pangalan niya. Lovely means belle in French.
Ganon?
Preciosa in Spanish.
Oh, talaga
So,
ba
kaya
yun?
napakasaya. Kung gano'n nyo, kung alam nyo lang, yung
Linguist
Lovely
ka
na
na.
pangalan niya, she's so really ravishing and lovely.
Ay, ravishing. Parang ang
Yeah,
sexy
no?
ng dating. Gusto ko yan. Well, anyway, pero alam mo, wag na nating patagalin pa.
Okay.
Oo, umpisahan na natin kasi andito na buong-buo na yung ating mga bisita. So ano na nga yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon, Kuya Jose?
Okay. Actually, hindi ko rin alam. Tinawagan lang ako ng producer kanina na may show, kaya pumunta ako kagad.
Ang
Okay?
kulit mo, ha? Ang kulit-kulit. Hindi, yung totoo, ano yun?
Pero sabi mo nga kanina, medyo okay naman ako. Ngayon ko lang na nalaman na mismo kung ano ang pag-uusapan natin.
Kaya nga, ano nga?
About vaccination, partner.
Ayun, vaccination. So, mga ka-lovely day, magsisimula na pong, nagsisimula na actually, no? Nagsimula nung March na ni-roll out yung mga vaccines dito sa Pilipinas. And so far, according to statistics, no, 2.3% of our population has been fully vaccinated, meaning 2 doses, no, fully vaccinated. So, Kuya Jose, we hear about the COVID vaccination, no? And then, nakikita naman natin, marami naman nagpapavaccinate.
Yeah.
Pero actually, in terms of the statistics, parang mababa yun, ano?
Yeah.
So, ibig lang sabihin, no, na marami pa ring vaccine hesitant or vaccine shy.
That's right.
Okay, so bakit kaya ganon?
But I think, prior to the information earlier, I think mga 5% naman na. It's not
Tumaas
the point,
na
tumaas
siguro.
ng konti.
Okay, oo.
But for me, para lang ma-explain natin sa ating mga ka-lovely kung anong meaning ng vaccination. It's
Ano ba
simple
yun?
as that, yung vaccination, it's an administering of vaccines para doon mapalakas yung ating immune system. So it consists of microorganism na kung saan stale siya, killed, or whatever.
Weekend?
Yes, oo, para lang makapag-adapt ng ating immunity. But I'm pretty sure we have experts right
Oo,
now
who
to
can actually
enlighten us, of course.
enlighten
Oo,
us.
oo.
Pero ano nga yun nga gaya ng sinabi ko sa iyo kanina, parang mataas ang vaccine hesitancy dito sa Pilipinas. Meron kayang rason kung bakit ganito?
Alam mo, partner, ang ganitong topic talaga, very sensitive. And we cannot just say things based on our opinion and hearsay.
That's true.
Oo,
Oo.
kaya naman nag-invite tayo.
Ng mga professionals, okay?
Exactly,
So we have
exactly.
doctors, and also we have media personalities and knowledgeable people, lahat
Yeah.
sila, no, about this issue.
I think they will also provide concrete evidence and scientific data through studies and results. Kaya importanteng ngayon, mag-weigh in natin kung ano ang pwedeng gawin natin.
Yeah, and ang tingin ko dyan, Kuya Jose, ang talagang keywords dyan ay yung concrete evidence and scientific data. Pero alam mo, as of now, no, despite these concrete evidences, marami rin nang umiikot sa news, no, nasa social
Yeah,
media,
yeah.
na medyo nagmi-mislead sa mga tao, kaya medyo nagiging toxic din. Kaya alam mo, mga ka-lovely day dyan, protect your peace. By this, I mean, you have to be very vigilant, no, pagdating sa kung ano yung mga information na i-absorb ninyo. You have to really weigh it. Kaya nga, excited na kami dito sa mga professionals na guest natin at mga celebrities who will discuss with us yung vaccination topic.
And
natin.
aside from that, partner, maidagdag ko lang, sana this program will help at the end of the day kung ano ang gusto natin talaga. Right?
Totoo yun.
Pero bago ang lahat, maraming salamat po sa aming mga sponsors. Aficionado, Potpot by Joel Cruz, Takoyati, BDO Life, and Artista Salon.
Yes, and also thank you to MJV Dental Clinic, Fiber Health, Sushia, SPM Health, Bath Soap, and the Real Detergent Soap, and, ito, paborito kong pagkain, kinakainan to, CCYG, or Chun Chun Gunya, na pag-aari, syempre, ni Kuya Jose.
Thank you.
Ayan,
And
sarap
of course,
nun.
guys, we are inviting you to please like, share, and then tag 10 of your FB friends para magkaroon kayo ng chance to win.
Wow, 9,800 gift certificate from Above Aesthetics, 25 kilos of rice, and 500 Leica gems.
Dadami pa yan. Every episode, dadami pa yan.
Yes.
We will choose 2 lucky winners and we'll announce this next Sunday, July 11. Dito
So,
lang
next
sa It's a Lovely Day.
So we'll be right back. Diyan lamang kayo, mag-uumpisa na ang ating diskusyon.
It's a lovely day. It's a lovely day.
It is.
This program is brought to you by Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Potpot by Joel Cruz, Takoyati by Joel Cruz, Star Ace Academy, Home Decor, Verana Dental Clinic, Artista Salon, Heroes Building, CCYG Il Terrazzo, Crops, Purest Mineral Water, SMLC, Luxury Spa, Social, Fiber Health, and Real Detergent Powder. This program is brought to you by Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Potpot by Joel Cruz, Takoyati by Joel Cruz, Star Ace Academy, Home Decor, Verana Dental Clinic, Artista Salon, Heroes Building, CCYG Il Terrazzo, Crops, Purest Mineral Water, SMLC, Luxury Spa, Social, Fiber Health, and Real Detergent Powder. This program is brought to you by Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Potpot by Joel Cruz, Takoyati by Joel Cruz.
It's a lovely day. It's a lovely day.
Habang patuloy ang kampanya ng pamahalaan na himukin ang bawat isang Pilipino upang magpabakuna, may mga grupo namang patuloy na naniniwala na hindi epektibo ang mga bakunang ipinamamahagi sa madla. Ngayong umaga, halina't pag-usapan at talakayin ang mga isyong may kinalaman hinggil sa bakuna. Kumbinsido ka na bang magpabakuna o nagdadalawang isip pa?
Alright, mga ka-lovely day, welcome back. And alam niyo po, 1 year and a half or almost 2 years na tayong nandito sa pandemic mula nung lockdown. And mga ka-lovely, because of this, marami talaga ang nawala ng trabaho, maraming businesses ang nagsara, talagang nag-suffer ang economy.
That's true, partner. The economy of the Philippines hit rock bottom talaga. Diba? Alam naman natin lahat yan. Partner, kaya ngayon, sabi ng mga expert, ang order nila for us is to get back to normal as fast as possible to achieve ng herd immunity. And that's 70% of the population dapat.
But dun sa mga tao na hesitant nga na magpabakuna or dito sa may vaccine hesitancy, ano kaya ang ibang solusyon at ano kaya yung future ng Pilipinas kung ganito nga na medyo iba-iba ang desisyon, iba-iba at hiwalay, no? Kaya tanungin natin ang mga Pilipino sa tulong ni B, ang YouTube vlogger and influencer na ngayon ay magiging reporter.
Take away.
B?
Yeah, B, come in.
Pulsuhan na.
So yun mga bitara, mag-interview na tayo kung pro sila o hindi sila pro o nagdadalawang isip sila sa COVID-19 vaccination. May nakita na ako kanina, ito si Kuya sa kanto namin. Ayun o. Hi Kuya, pwede ba kita ma-interview?
Pwede naman.
Ano pang pangalan nyo?
Michael.
Ay, Michael, hello. Ganun pala. So ayun Kuya, may tatanong lang ako sa'yo. Di ba ngayon, COVID-19 vaccination, about COVID-19 vaccination, pro ka ba o hindi ka pro o nagdadalawang isip ka sa COVID-19 vaccination?
Siyempre nagdadalawang ito.
Bakit ka nagdadalawang isip?
Eh, siyempre katulad yan, meron palang side effect yung vaccine. Paano pala pag na-take ko yun? Eh di, ganun din, namatay din ako.
Ganun. Pag nagkaroon ka ng side effect, katulad ng mga nababalita sa TV ngayon,
Oo,
no?
kasi-
Tsaka sa Facebook, sa social media.
Kasi kung kaya naman mag-ingat talaga.
So, ang gusto mo mangyari is prevention is better than cure. Ganon. Sige. So, ayan si Nanay. Ano pong pangalan ni Nanay?
Lydia.
Nanay Lydia, pwede ko po ba kayo ma-interview?
And
Kasi ganito po, Nanay Lydia, di ba, aware naman po kayo ngayon sa COVID-19 vaccination. So, ganito po, pro po ba kayo sa COVID-19 vaccination? Gusto niyo po ba magpa-vaccine or hindi?
hindi, tatlong hindi.
Bakit po ayaw niyo po magpa-vaccine?
Hindi kasi may sakit ako sa puso. High blood, maraming complicated.
Marami po kayong komplikasyon. So, natakot po kayo magkaroon ng side effect. Also, ayun si Nanay Lydia, tama po ako, ay non-pro din siya sa COVID-19 vaccination kasi natatakot siya magkaroon ng komplikasyon. Si Ate Liza, so ayun po, aware naman po kayo ngayon sa COVID-19 vaccination, di ba po?
Yes.
So ayun po, tatanungin ko po kayo kung pro po ba kayo or non-pro o nagdadalawang isip pa?
Actually, pro. Kasi
Pro.
actually tapos na ako ng second dose ko ng vaccine. Sa complete na ako ng vaccination.
Complete na po kayo ng
Kasi,
vaccination.
Kasi sa Quezon City kasi diba, kailangan namin ng vaccine talaga.
Yes
doon.
po.
Yun.
So pro si Ate Liza kasi kailangan talaga sa Quezon City ngayon na fully vaccinated ka tsaka para mas safe, di ba po?
Oo.
Para din sa kalagayan ng mga nakakasama niyo sa bahay.
Oo.
ganun.
At saka kasi kami, nag-frontliner din kasi kami. barangay scout.
Frontliner. I'm so
Yeah.
proud sa mga frontliners. Shout out po sa mga frontliners
We're safe.
na nakakasiwa sa sambayan ng Pilipino. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Aware ka naman ngayon sa COVID-19 vaccination?
Yes.
Sige. Tatanungin lang kita kung pro ka ba o anti-pro o nagdadalawang isip ka ba sa COVID-19 vaccination?
Pro.
Ay, pro ka?
Yes.
Bakit?
Kasi, syempre, pag naturukan ka, mas malalayo ko sa virus, di ba? Yung mga kasama mo sa bahay, hindi mo mahawan. Kasi ako yung namimili sa bahay. Syempre, pag lumalabas ka, makakasalamuha ka ng ibang tao. Eh, kung na-injectionan ka naman, malalayo ka sa, sakit.
Sa bagay. May mga anak ka din?
Yes po.
So, ayun, pro ka sa COVID-19 vaccination kasi pinoprotektahan mo yung mga
Yes.
anak
Mga
mo.
kasama ko sa bahay.
Tsaka mga kasama mo sa bahay. So, ayun, pro din si Ate Daniel, mga B. Pro siya sa vaccination, COVID-19. So, yun mga B, tara mag-interview na tayo kung pro sila o hindi sila pro o nagdadalawang isip sila sa COVID-19 vaccination. May nakita na ako kanina, ito si Kuya sa kanto namin. Ayun o.
Hello.
Hi Kuya, pwede ba kita ma-interview?
Pwede naman.
Ano pong pangalan nyo?
Michael.
Michael, hello.
Hi guys, ako naman po is hindi ako magpapabakuna because of some personal reasons. Pero number one po doon talaga is, hindi pa naman po talaga, for me lang po wala pa pong valid or, wala pa pong talagang sigurado na effect, na pros and cons sa pagpapabakuna. Kaya gusto ko po in the future, kapag talagang solid na yung gamot or solid na yung evidence na talaga nakakapatay siya ng virus, baka by then pwede na. Pero as of now, parang hindi po ako papabakuna.
Hi, ako po ay magpapabakuna dahil nagsimula tong pandemic, ito na po talaga yung inaantay ko. And ito po kasing bakuna, sabi po nila, ito po yung magiging reason kung paano po magsa-stop yung spread ng pandemic. Yun pa.
Hi! Ang stand ko sa vaccine for COVID is that 50-50. Because first, of course, sino namang ayaw gumaling at matapos na tong pandemya na to, diba? So we really wanna be part of the solution. But at the same time, may hesitations po ako, especially knowing na may mga possible side effects and maybe it would worsen or, harm you. So, ayun lang po. Stay safe.
Ang stand ko sa bakuna ay actually ngayon sobrang natatakot ako kasi ang dami kong naririnig, ang dami kong nakikita sa newsfeed, though hindi naman dapat talaga paniwalaan lahat. Pero personally, I'm scared dahil sa ibang side effects nun, and kung pwede siyang daanin in a natural way or may other medicines na pwedeng intake or palakasin yung katawan just to fight COVID, yun yung gagawin ko. Yun lang.
Oh, yun mga ka-lovely day. Okay? So, ngayong araw na to, we invited professionals and artists as our guests to discuss about COVID vaccination. Let me start it, okay, to introduce one of our guests, one of the veteran actress of the Philippine showbiz, and also a director in film and TV and child actress of Kaluskos Mismos. Crush ko to, partner nung bata ako.
Teka, akala ko ba ako crush mo?
Pangalawa ka na lang.
Okay,
ngayon.
sige. Bigay ko na yung corona.
Let us all welcome
maganda
the
naman
beautiful
talaga.
Miss Myla Gumila.
Woohoo!
Hi everybody! Congratulations on your first show!
Oo nga, pilot namin, Ate May.
yes.
Ate
Hello,
May ko sa
everybody.
Kaluskos yan eh.
Correct. Ate
Yes.
Myla.
Yeah.
Ngayon, May na lang ang tawag
Myla
mo sa akin.
Oo,
ha?
Myla na lang. Sige.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ngayon naman, I am proud to introduce one of my very good friend, a surgeon, urologist, a celebrity doctor. That's what he is called. Influencer, endorser, a host, fellow Philippine Urological Association, fellow International College of Surgeons, master in Hospital and Business Administration at Ateneo, and a certified public speaker, my good friend, Dr. Joseph Lee.
Thank you.
Yan. Welcome, my friend. Thank
Yes,
you.
welcome. It is indeed a lovely day, and thank you for the invitation, Miss Lovely.
Thank you
The
for
name
being here.
goes beyond, diba? In lovely and charm. And of course, my good friend Jose and
Thank you.
Miss Myla and the rest of the guests. Good
Yeah.
morning.
Thank you very much. And now from Aquesis Holistic Health Center and one of the pioneers of the Farm San Benito Wellness Center and a member of the CDCP or the Concerned Doctors and Citizens of the Philippines, also an integrative doctor, Dr. Homer Lim. Hi, Doctor!
Good morning sa lahat na nakikinig.
Okay, and we also have, matipid si Doctor, no? Mahihayin.
Parang mamaya yan, nakikita ko.
And also we have a fellow, a chartered financial practitioner, licensed realtor, and a former CrossFit athlete. Wow, galing.
Wow.
With an educational background in psychology from ADMU, also keen in studying the impact of the pandemic on people's behavior and mental health. Let's welcome to the show, Miss Ruby Ang. Hi, Miss Ruby.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming. And the last but not the least, he's an advertising photographer by profession for 37 years, also a host of radio and Facebook shows, formerly with DZME and currently with DZRJ for 5 years now, a member of the Concerned Doctors and Citizens of the Philippines. Please welcome Mr. Francis Abraham.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Here.
Okay ba? Naririnig?
Yes.
You have a
meron po
lapel.
akong,
Okay.
lapel.
Nako.
Alright.
This is going to be
Very
exciting,
timely
partner.
yung discussion.
Yes.
Maraming
Yes.
salamat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we start the discussion proper, no, we want to let you know, guys, na this is not a debate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully,
This is
hopefully.
this is just a discussion. And also, syempre, may mga kanya-kanya naman tayong stand tungkol tungkol doon. And also, we believe in, like, it's really up to you to
Yes,
decide,
that's
diba,
right.
what's best for you, you think. Kasi you're the only one who can really say how you can protect yourself.
That's
no?
right.
But
I
what
agree.
we're trying to do here is to give you information at wala po tayong pinupush na side, kumbaga. So, it's just information dissemination.
Okay, let's
Alright?
get the ball rolling.
Alright.
I think we have to just
Start.
particularly distinguish. Etong side na to is pro-vaccine.
Kasi,
And the side and the
Yes,
other is the
parang mahirap ganun kasi, Jose,
Yeah.
kasi may mga, sila kumbaga may mga
different aspects,
different
right?
aspects of
Okay.
not really agreeing to it or agreeing to it. So, hayaan na
Okay.
natin silang magsabi.
Oh.
Alright, so we'll start with
each guest will be given 3 to 5 minutes.
just give us your thoughts on the COVID
Yeah,
vaccination.
let's start with Dr. Joseph Lee.
Okay. Actually, lovely. Kasi nobody was really prepared. No, it's been a year and 7 months. Nobody was prepared, and it shook even the medical profession. Okay, I for one experienced that because the whole protocol and the whole algorithm of the hospital was totally changed. Okay, when you read the history back, even the longest, even during the time of the Spanish flu, you're just reading it. But now it seems that you're experiencing it. No, it was not because we are experiencing it initially ASEAN. You have to remember this was global, and the pandemic was initially not a regional, as some countries, but suddenly it transcend even throughout the world. No, so everybody was not prepared. Everybody was not prepared with the virus. Even up to now, we are really confused on why the variants are keep on mutating,
Yeah, that's right.
and we have already what? Alpha, beta, delta, and gamma.
That's right.
Because the only thing that you have to know is the virus needs to survive. When there is a host, and when there's a live host, it will survive and it will transmit. So, the vaccination is for us in order to identify, because you put the virus there. Identification, you know that we have self-immunization. Yes, indeed, we have ourselves, diba? Immune system, diba? Blood, your T cells and B cells. But it might not be enough for some age period or bracket or category. So I think being vaccinated, one is to increase and let the body system identify the virus and keep us protected. And for all the community and all the countries, I think herd immunity is one that we need to do and go about in order to live our normal lives.
All right.
Very well said, partner. Right?
Okay.
Now let's give
So
the floor to
to
Miss
Miss
Myla
Myla.
Gunila.
Yes, gaya ng sabi ni Doc, no, this is really an international crisis that has to be addressed already. I'm not saying that dapat lahat, because maraming ang hesitant, no? So I feel like the immunocompromised, maybe wag magpa-vaccine. But everybody else, kung magpapatest sila sa doctor, kung may hesitancy, magpatest sa doctor, and then get the vaccination. Because we need to at least try to get that herd immunity, no? Kasi nga, it's detrimental to public safety. Na hindi ka makalabas, hindi mo alam, how long do you want to wear a mask? I mean, if you don't get the vaccine, how long do you want to wear a mask? How long do you want to wear a face shield? And you're going to be like sitting ducks already because you didn't get vaccinated. I mean, like in America, di ba? Ngayon, they're not completely okay because of this Delta variant. But, they're having some sense of normalcy already. Di ba? They're nasa studio na nga sila, and they're doing, you know, we want to get back to our normal lives pretty much, di ba? So, I think everybody should consider getting vaccinated. And if you're hesitant about it, get the checkup. Ask a doctor, because in America, there's the
clearance muna.
Yeah, the clinical that you can assess. No, the CISA, 'di ba? You can assess kung okay ka ba. Kasi kung hindi ka okay, then don't get the vaccine. But if the doctor gives you a go signal, then go for it. Because you have to weigh the risk and the benefits of it. Maybe the risk, the benefit outweighs the risk.
Okay.
Diba?
Yeah.
So you need to do that balancing and try to figure out, I don't wanna wear a mask anymore. I don't wanna get sick. Because to get sick is very expensive. Can you afford it?
Yes.
Diba? So yung side effect that possible, and it's not even sure that you're going to get a side effect. So if you're not gonna get a side effect, then, diba, would I want to get back to normal or try to risk the adverse effect because hindi naman din sure that you're going to get the adverse effect. Diba?
Okay.
So you weigh it.
Okay, so
You weigh
basically you weigh it and then you have your doctor clear you.
Yes.
If you're
Have
okay
your
to
doctor,
have
if
it.
you're hesitant, have your doctor clear you. And then, because you have to think, once you get infected, other people are affected also. So, hindi lang ikaw ang mag-isang apektado eh. Hindi lang ikaw yung buhay mo ang apektado kasi baka maapektuhan ko yung ibang tao sa labas. Kilala ko at hindi ko kilala. 'Di ba? So kailangan i-weigh mo talaga. And I think just because of that, then I will get vaccinated. And I did get vaccinated.
Okay. Ano na? Completely
Not
or
yet.
fully? Not
I
yet.
still have 1 dose.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. And what did
I
you
got
get?
Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So thank you.
That's a nice stand, partner, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But we respect each
Yes,
other.
yes,
And
yes.
also just to make to clear it with our audience, no. Tatlo rin po dapat sila. May hindi lang nakapunta
Hindi lang
na isa.
nakarating. Oo,
Okay, just
oo.
para to even out the ano. But of
Nagpa-vaccinate
course-
yata.
Ay, ayun nga. Ngayon ang schedule na
Schedule.
vaccination. But anyway, yun nga, gaya ng sinabi natin, it's a discussion lang naman. So, okay, now, who wants to go first naman? Miss Ruby? Ladies first? Regarding your stand on the vaccination?
Okay. For me, the reason why I will not take the vaccine is because there is early prevention and there's early treatment and prevention. No, so we have ivermectin now, which many of us use for prophylaxis. Meaning like personally, I've been taking ivermectin since last year, no. And although it did not keep me from contracting COVID. I got COVID around April, but it was a very, very mild version. It was I had a cold, and then later I realized, parang inaamoy ko yung shampoo ko. Bakit di ko maamoy yung shampoo ko? Ganon. So, and thankfully, I was able to get healed in 5 days. So, I took ivermectin every day for 5 days and lots of vitamin C and vitamin D as well. And melatonin, yun. So, so there's early prevention, early treatment and prevention. Secondly, with the vaccines, at this point, it was developed at warp speed, meaning unlike your traditional vaccines where it takes at least 10 years, to develop vaccines to prove its safety and efficacy. Ito minadali, So the pandemic started, sabi nga nila earlier pa, mga 2019, kaya nga COVID-19 ng pangalan ng disease na to. So, it's the marami tayong hindi pa alam during that time. And ngayon, the more as time passes by, there are we discovered that there are cures. So first of all, there was hydroxychloroquine, the protocol which was introduced by Dr. Zelenko. And it was coupled with azithromycin and zinc, and then later on, natutunan natin na may ivermectin, mas mabilis yung bisa. Na kung sa hydroxychloroquine na protocol, the Zelenko protocol, takes you a week or 5 days to 7 days. Ito, sometimes in a matter of days, like a few days, 1 day, 2 days. Ganun, the effects are very parang nararamdaman mo na yung effects kagad, mabilis siya. And despite what we hear from mainstream media sources, napakataas po ng safety ng ivermectin. It's being used for more than 40 years, And yung nag-discover po nito si Dr. Satoshi Omura, he won a Nobel Prize for this. And it benefited so many people. It was initially used on people, later used by Merck for animals, marketed as an animal treatment. But then we realized, or we discovered that through a study in Monash University in Australia, that it can be used as an antiviral treatment, So, pati mga in vitro studies on the Zika virus, even HIV, mabisa po siya. So, meron, ngayon, ang point ko po is, so sa ivermectin, marami na po tayong panahon na pinaglaanan para makita yung side effects nito, kung may mga deaths. eto, yung ating vaccine na pinag-uusapan natin, medyo questionable po siya. Hindi natin alam, no, yung efficacy niya, though it's being touted as, some even would say that 100% safe. Parang there's no drug that is 100% safe. If we think about it, even your regular over-the-counter drugs are not 100% effective or safe, right? So the next my next point is also with regard to information, no? Napaka ano ng censorship ngayon sa social media. Like ako, I've been my account in Facebook is suspended for 30 days, no? For sharing Fauci's emails, which is actually obtained by BuzzFeed through the Freedom of Information Act. Okay? So it's supposedly the truth, it's actual evidence, and yet it is censored. Why? You have to ask why. No, why is the truth being censored? Do people want us to remain sick? No? So parang my thoughts on all this is that people are driven to fear, no? And whatever will keep them safe, whatever will make them feel safe, no, regardless if it removes their freedoms, their liberties, kahit ano na lang, basta hindi ako mamatay. But I'm telling you, COVID is very treatable at any stage already. Dati siguro sa umpisa, medyo nakatakot talaga. I was one of those people na diligently naghuhugas ng grocery, nag-alcohol everywhere, papalit ng damit pag lumabas. Ngayon, I realized that marami palang paraan, no, to get cured or to get healed. And maraming magagalit sa akin for saying this, but it's not a deadly virus. Yun. That is from my observation po. It's not deadly.
Thank you so
okay,
much.
thank you.
And now we go to who
The
will,
expert.
okay, Dr. Homer Lim. Yes.
Hi. Okay. So, firstly, we're not completely anti-vaccine. Okay. I think we have to make that clear. The vaccines that we have right now, it saved human lives for the last century. So it's probably the vaccine, especially vaccine against the smallpox, really saved a lot of people. Because the smallpox vaccine, virus started like almost 1,000 years ago. So we were only able to eradicate it, the last 100 years. So really, vaccines is, in general, a safe form of prevention.
Okay.
So these vaccines are not treatment, they are for prevention. Okay? So what the crux of the matter or yung pinaka-issue dito, yung before a vaccine is tinatawag nating ma-approve in especially sa
Rolled
US,
out,
okay?
for the rolled
US FDA or the European FDA or our own FDA, you have to have several studies to be approved. Number 1, efficacy. We have that already. Number 2, maybe we still don't have the total, but we have some evidence on efficacy. Number 2, safety. We don't have that. Even if they say it's safe up to the point where they finish their studies.
Okay.
Number 2, number 2, safety. You need a 2-year, a 5-year, a 10-year, a 20-year, a 30-year, a 50-year study. Why? Because at the end of it, inject nila vaccine. And then you see 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. How many of them are still alive? And how many of them died? And then those who died, what did they die of?
Yes.
Okay.
Kasi there are, sasabihin natin, there are other consequences aside from the vaccine na hindi natin alam. Could be, is it because the vaccine might cause bleeding or yung tinatawag natin thrombosis? So will this make you more prone to other diseases later on in life? So we don't have that safety.
That's right.
Number 3, most other data that we have to get that we still don't have for all these vaccines, tinatawag nating biodistribution. Biodistribution meaning, if I inject this virus, will it stay in my muscle? Kasi all the drug manufacturers say it will stay here. But now there are studies, data from Pfizer, after 8 weeks, because they only did the study after 8 weeks. After 8 weeks, they only found they found the virus, the mRNA, kasi what's this? The Pfizer vaccine is an mRNA virus. They found mRNA or spike protein or the nanoparticles or whatever they want to call it in the spleen, in the bone marrow, in the testes, in the ovaries. And in fact, yung inventor mismo ng mRNA vaccine, Dr. Robert Malone, said it himself. We don't know. And he himself said, we might have to rethink our strategy. And he was even one of the, how do you say, promoters now, promoting ivermectin. Because he himself said, parang may mali. Parang it's not as safe. And he is, remember, he was the one who made the mRNA vaccine technology. So he knows the in and outs of this. So, and then lastly, we have gene toxicity. Gene toxicity. So, will it affect your genes? Kasi maraming nagsasabi, di ba? This mRNA might, kumbaga, mapunta sa genes natin.
Yeah.
Are there data? We don't have that data because we don't have long-term data on that. Lastly, yun nga, yung sinasabi nating reproductive toxicity. So, this is also very important. This is why yung FDA natin, whether US or European, they became very strict with drugs because of the reproductive toxicity, and the best medicine to show that was yung thalidomide. When they were giving thalidomide to women, childbearing women, they had yung mga congenital defects or they died.
Okay.
We don't have that too. So that is the reason why we have, I mean, I personally, that's why we are we have to, when people ask me, would you do the vaccine? I would say, not right now. I'll wait for my data.
Oh, I see.
That's the reason.
Okay.
Why, we are not so, keen on doing that vaccine. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Homer Lim. And now, Mr. Francis Abraham.
Oh, hello. Yung vaccines, we're all members of CDCPH. Dr. Homer Lim, Ruby. Actually, we're founding members. Are we? Okay, we are founding members of CDCPH, or concerned doctors and citizens of the Philippines. So, yung doctors namin have researched on COVID since the start. March pa lang nag-uusap yata tayo, last year. We were talking about hydroxychloroquine and its effects. I was able to interview Vladimir Zelenko, who's the doctor of Donald Trump, for 1 hour. We had discussed regarding the possible use of hydroxychloroquine, zinc, and azithromycin. We're not experts,
Okay.
I'm just a person who likes to go at the bottom of things and solve problems. That's why my wife hates me. She told me, makinig ka muna, hindi ko kailangan ng solusyon.
Alright.
Kaya ako, paano? Kailangan ko na ng solusyon. Hindi ako pwede magtrabaho. I'm an advertising photographer, non-essential. My livelihood was affected so much.
Yes.
And I'd hate to think, yung mga mahirap, yung mga nawalan ng trabaho.
Yeah.
Ngayon, of course, obviously, there's a science to it. When I started trying to do my research, personally, I saw doctors who were anti-cure and pro-cure. There were mavericks like Dr. Homer Lim, Dr. Zelenko, who said, I'm not about to let my patients die. In vitro studies, in vitro is a petri dish, test tube. In vitro studies say that it works. Hence, because it's a safe drug, hydroxychloroquine at that time has been used for 60 years, 50 years. 60. He says, I'm going to put this into use. So these are the maverick doctors
Okay.
who say, we have to save our patients. Kasi walang expert. No one can claim.
Yeah,
like Dr. Salvante can claim he's an expert, for heaven's sake.
And actually,
And you can invite him here. If you
eh.
invite him here, he won't face us. He will never face us. Okay, now, ito ha, ito.
Okay.
The vaccines. Hindi ba?
Yeah.
Walang expert. There are only doctors who can cure and not cure COVID. There are doctors who have good track record in treating COVID. One of them is Dr. Homer Lim. Another is Dr. Landrito.
Yes.
And all are doctors at CDCPH. We have doctors in the U.S., in Jersey City, si Dr. Jurado, who's treated about now thousands of COVID patients, first with hydroxychloroquine, then with ivermectin. Then we have Dr. Marivic Villa, a member of FLCCC in the USA, in Florida,
Florida.
who treats high-risk patients. Kasi puro matatanda. At saka may comorbidities. Automatic, pag tumatanda ka na, may comorbidity. I'm sure doctor will know that, di ba? Pag medyo tumatanda ka na, if hindi mo inalagaan, marami na. So, when she started using ivermectin, sabi niya, hindi na na-hospital yung mga pasyente niya.
Wow.
So, there is a treatment for COVID. And you can treat it at home without having to spend your millions in the hospital. Remdesivir does not work. Because the World Health Organization, if you want to follow the World Health Organization, it doesn't work. So there's something wrong with the practice of medicine currently. There's also something wrong with the way our president is being advised by certain doctors who he listens to. I think he is misinformed.
Okay.
It is a duty for a citizen to be informed regarding his choice. Vaccine should not be mandatory by choice yan. If you want to get the vaccines, for heaven's sake, take it. If you don't want to take it and want to continue prophylaxing with ivermectin, yun ang gawin mo. At doon kami naniniwala. Kasi, it's a Nobel Prize winning drug. The safety profile is there, top notch. It is used by many doctors in the US now, and it works. Bottom line, as per experience of our doctors.
You know, can I say something?
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Now, all of these are trials. That's why you need clinical trials, like the good doctors say clinical trials. Vaccine need trial. Oral medication needs trial. They are on trial. They are on trial modes. You will see the effect after years and years and years. I agree with you, ivermectin and hydrochloroquine has been used very long ago. It's been used for anti-malaria, and ivermectin is used for something. Now, during the time of COVID, everything, even when the good gentleman was saying that remdesivir was used for the fact that systemically it attacks the lungs first. That was the initial thing that we knew. Diba? Hindi nahirapan huminga ang mga pasyente. So, we were looking into the inflammatory aspect of the respiratory. Then, as we go from time to time, pumunta na siya where? Sa blood, even the skin, even the kidneys. Diba? And now, we're talking on our part, reproductive aspect. Even the sperm is being by the virus. So, it is a learning science clinical thing in everything. Even the vaccines, like Dr. Lim was saying, they're new. They're all new. But these are all given as an emergency utilization authority for us to use because we need to stop the spread of the virus. Kasi pag okay lang sa atin, di wag na tayo maglahat ganyan. I do not, for one, don't like this, di ba? I, for one, don't like wearing masks. But I need to do it because I am the frontliner in the hospital. And can you imagine us in the hospital living in a bubble? Alam mo, if you see us, we're all like I cannot fathom.
Astronaut.
The first time I went to the hospital, it scares the hell out of me because I was wearing complete PPE. Alam mo yan, Jose?
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
Tapos isolated lahat. Tapos alam mo, you're like watching movies. Yung mga alien movies. You get what I mean?
Para kay mga astronauts.
At walang tao. And you're probably there, isolated. Will I get the virus? Because this is different. Different from the fact that we know yung mga ordinary virus that we've been dealing with. Ito kasi, parang finid, hindi naman finid, nagkataon, nandyan siya. But what is it? I agree, this is all new. I agree we have to do clinical studies on all for preservation of life. Diba? So, pag immune system mo mahina, sabi nga ni Miss Mai, immunocompromised, ayaw mo as a doctor. Don't push yourself. Listen, kinig ka. Pero pag feeling mo, you need it because gusto mong umalis. Yung mga taong paligid mo medyo pasaway. Alam mo na, hindi mo sabihin na you don't like pero you're scared. There is a scared. I was listening to you, ma'am, and you were saying you were scared. Wag mo sabihin, dumating siya, hindi kayo natakot. Natakot tayong lahat.
Yes.
Kasi biglang nag-shutdown. I was scared on the 3rd month of our ECQ. Ano to? Dire-diretso na? Di ba?
Yeah.
No! My patients were calling me, cancer patient, doc treatment ko. Anong gagawin ko? Lalabas ako?
Anyways.
Anyway, thank you. Guys, before we go deeper,
kasi marami ng questions. Ang dami nating questions. And also, no, pwede po kayo, although madami ng questions
Dumadating na questions sa atin.
but since we're live, you can type in your questions, send it to us, or if you have comments, and of course, our guests will be, willing, and they will definitely try and answer each one.
Yes.
So, bago po tayo
When we go back, we will
Oo.
entertain questions na. Sensitive questions, that is.
So, and I'm
Right?
sure mas iinit pa yung ating talakayan. So, we will pause for a short commercial break.
We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Tubig muna.
This program is brought to you by Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Potpot by Joel Cruz, Takoyati by Joel Cruz, Star Ace Academy, Home Decor, Verana Dental Clinic, Artista Salon, Heroes Building, CCYG Il Terrazzo, Crops, Purest Mineral Water, SMLC, Luxury Spa, Susial, Fiber Health, and Real Detergent Powder. This program is brought to you by Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Potpot by Joel Cruz, Takoyati by Joel Cruz, Star Ace Academy, Home Decor, Verana Dental Clinic, Artista Salon, Heroes Building, CCYG Il Terrazzo, Crops, Purest Mineral Water, SMLC, Luxury Spa, Susial, Fiber Health, and Real Detergent Powder. This program is brought to you by Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Potpot by Joel Cruz, Takoyati by Joel Cruz, Star Ace Academy, Home Decor, Verana Dental Clinic, Artista Salon, Heroes Building, CCYG Il Terrazzo, Crops, Purest Mineral Water, SMLC, Luxury Spa, Susial, Fiber Health, and Real Detergent Powder. This program is brought to you by Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Potpot by Joel Cruz, Takoyati by Joel Cruz, Star Ace Academy, Home Decor, Verana Dental Clinic, Artista Salon, Heroes Building, CCYG Il Terrazzo, Crops, Purest Mineral Water, SMLC, Luxury Spa, Susial, Fiber Health, and Real Detergent Powder. This program is brought to you by Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Potpot by Joel Cruz, Takoyati by Joel Cruz, Star Ace Academy.
Hindi natin isalban.
Hi! It's me, your B! Nakakaloka. Sobrang seryoso ng mga ganap dito sa studio. So, ayun mga B, nakita nyo naman kung gaano sila kaseryoso tungkol sa vaccine natin, di ba? At syempre, may mga tanong tayo na dapat nababasahin natin dito ngayon. Mga tanong ng viewers, sa mga nanonood sa atin. Eto, magbasa na tayo ng mga tanong. Let's start with Chai Punla. Ito ang kanyang question ay, wait lang mga B medyo na ano tayo dito. So ayan mga B, ang question niya ay, hindi po ba delikado ang vaccine kasi nagawa na siya in less than a year? May mga vaccine ba na hindi effective kasi mas gusto ng mga tao ang Pfizer at Moderna? Ano ang mga ma-advise natin sa mga ayaw magpabakuna? Magiging zombie ba tayo? Nakakalok. So, ayun, back to you, Mami Lovely and Sir Jose.
You know, guys, they can never imagine gaano tayo kasaya behind the camera. At ngayon, dito sa segment na to, we'll try to continue a question and answer, partner.
Yes, no? Kasi
Ayan.
ang dami nating katanungan dito. May mga nagtatanong din through my phone, ano?
Yes.
And ayun na muna, sagutin muna natin yung
Pero
mga tanong,
I'd like to
B.
reiterate yung doon ako interesado doon sa huli. Huli natin, magiging zombie ba tayo?
Kasi alam nyo, but in fairness, hindi lang ngayon ko yan narinig. So, it is a misconception actually siguro, no? I mean, maaaring siguro may mga may side effects. Could be ba't hindi naman siguro zombie, di ba? Or zombie nga ba? Ano ba masasabi niyo
Let's
doon?
take emphasis on the question. Ang unang question, I think, as I understand it, is that delikado ba yung vaccine na less than a year lang ginawa? Okay? So, ang follow-up question ko naman doon, what is it with ivermectin? Kasi it's really in the mainstream. So, just enlighten us with this.
Short
Yes,
lang.
yes,
Sige.
yes, please.
Okay. Sabi ko nga everybody was called unaware. So everything is new. So science is revolving, it's innovative, right? So when vaccine were formulated, depending on the country, you don't look at the brand. You think up yourself. There is COVID. Brave ako, lalabas ako. Hindi ako tatamaan. Yun ang unang tanong. Hindi ako mamatay, may pamilya ako, okay lang. Go ahead. Go ahead, 'di ba? Ako ganon. But lahat kayo hindi nagsilabasan. So takot.
Okay.
So sabi nga niya,
Logic.
there is fear. So how do you manage your fear? Fear on knowledge. So you have to listen to a lot. No? Right and left. Wala kang one-sided. Kasi when you are one-sided, magbabias ka na. So when I was asked always, what is the vaccine do you want? What is safe and what is present? Yun. Kasi ngayon kasi marami na, it's coming. Pero during our time, when we were vaccinated, wala. And we took the, yung pinaka-famous ngayon, yung Sinovac.
Better.
But we were listening, sabi ko, if we don't do it, pare-pareho tayong babaksak.
Better.
Ako, lalo na ako. So don't look at it. So you study, you have data coming up.
Yeah.
Like sabi Doctor, data are coming in as you progress.
Yes, yes.
'Di ba? They're making boosters now, 'di ba? They're making boosters now. Like your medicine, ivermectin, lahat 'yan pag-aaralan. Ano ba ang pwede? Pwede ba dito? Pwede bang overdose? Once it's good, you put it in the algorithm and the protocol of treatment. That's why there is zinc. That's why there's vitamin D. That's why there is melatonin. Diba? Sabi ko melatonin, pag wala kayong pera, matulog na lang kayo, vitamin D. Mag-araw na lang, dami-daming araw dito, di ba? Kasi may mga pasyente ko sabi, hey, vitamin D, doc, walang out of stock. Ayun, araw, ang dami nating araw. Vitamin D. Diba? So, pag zombie, siguro hindi naman.
Okay.
I'm
So, agree ba kayo doon,
if that will happen, I will be probably scared.
Agree ba kayo na hindi naman magiging zombie? Or
Well, again, as to the question of safety, that's still a big question, right? But there's a new paper just came out 2 days ago. It's published in the Vaccines Journal. This was based on the population in Israel. So the final conclusion was, let me read it. For every 3 deaths prevented by vaccination. So Israel used Moderna and Pfizer.
Okay.
So this is on the safety of COVID-19 vaccine. Should we rethink the policy? So for every 3 deaths prevented by vaccination, we have to accept 2 inflicted by vaccination. So that's a question of safety.
Okay.
So you're giving away, you're giving up 2 deaths to prevent 3 deaths. So I think that's a question of safety. Okay, number 2, with the question of can it cause zombie, or I think the technical term, the medical term, mRNA, the other vectors such as the Gamaleya, the Sputnik vaccine, and the Astra, which is a vector. That's a DNA vaccine. That's not RNA, that's DNA. So even Dr. Robert Malone, quoting him, he said itself, yes, these are genetic manipulation. So that's from his words, because they developed this technology so that they will be able to open, close, or what they call activate or deactivate certain genes for the next few years, that can this save lives. So again, because of the very new kasi yung mga technology. So can it cause zombie or not? We don't know.
Okay.
I think
we
that's
don't
the best
know.
Yeah,
answer.
oo.
We don't know.
Kasi hindi pa natin alam like 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, So hindi natin alam. Okay, but I guess sige. Are you
May
want to
ano
say
lang,
something?
may
Okay.
clarify lang ako. Hindi po ako doktor. So I'm a citizen, a concerned citizen of the Philippines.
But there's also a citizen, Doc, who wants to marry you.
May
message
kaya
po
nga
kami.
po sinabi
Gusto
ko,
ko
hindi,
sa inyo.
at nagkakamali po ako, kayo, pakasalan ako kasi wala po akong pera masyado. At saka may asawa na rin po ako.
Ayan,
Ang tanong, papayag ba yung asawa niyo, Doc?
Have to rethink.
Ang tanong ko, Doc, papayag ba yung asawa niyo na mag-asawa
Hindi na ako
kayo?
doktor, Hindi ako doktor.
Okay.
I am Dr. Love. But, I love you all.
Okay, I guess parang in a way parang we all agree naman na parang your body your choice kumbaga,
Correct.
parang ganon. But ito na nga, ito yung isang usapin na medyo controversial ngayon, yung mandatory
Yes.
vaccine.
Do you
Okay?
guys agree with
So
it?
kasi parang yun ang parang even if wala pa, hindi pa ito isinusulong, pero there are pressure, pressure felt from different industries, and even yung work mo parang feeling mo threatened kapag hindi ka magpa-vaccine. So paano yung stand
Let's ask
natin?
Miss Myla.
I think hindi naman yata tama na mandatory. Kasi dapat pro-choice, di ba? It's your, you're right. It's your body. It's your body. It's your choice, di ba? So, dapat hindi mandatory kasi choice mo yun, personal mong buhay yan di ba? Kaya lang kasi nagiging mandatory siguro na sinasabi nila kasi apektado yung ibang tao. Pag na-infect ka, naapektuhan mo yung ibang tao. Kaya nila pinupush talaga yung
May I that type of logic May I comment on that type of logic? Unang-una, kung ayaw mong magkaroon ng COVID, magpabakuna ka kung gusto mo. Ngayon, hindi ko responsibilidad ang katawan mo. Responsibilidad mo yan.
Tama.
Ngayon, kung ayaw ko magpabakuna, huwag mo sabihin sa akin na dahil sa akin magkaka-COVID ka. Hindi, it doesn't work that way. If I am feeling bad and sick,
then you stay home.
and I am symptomatic, because I believe that asymptomatics do not transmit the virus. So by the moment I feel bad,
controversial
it's not really controversial. There's a huge study in China.
Pero di ba kasi the majority believe otherwise.
That was the falsehood being perpetuated because they wanted to scare people. Nung bata tayo, pwede ba nating sabihin sa nanay natin, nanay, hindi ako papasok, may sakit ako. Ba't wala kang nararamdaman? Asymptomatic ako.
Wow, that's a good one.
Uy, pwede nating excuse na yun.
Logic.
Ituruan mo ng excuse yung mga bata, buti online class na lang.
Logic has left.
Hindi nakakahawa.
Logic has left the room.
May question si Miss Gayla.
Number 2.
Did you say asymptomatic?
Yes.
Hindi nakakahawa?
Number 2, children. I just heard that, who's our vaccine charge said, maski na bata, babakunahan. The CDC USA has data. The CDC USA said 99.99% of children without any form of treatment, those who get COVID, 99.99% will survive. So there is no emergency. Walang emergency sa mga bata. So bakit mo babakunahan ang mga bata? It is totally illogical.
Pero
it is all for me, marketing.
But ang dito is yung herd immunity na daw. Na tinatawag.
You talk about herd immunity. Can you achieve herd immunity without getting the vaccination, Doc?
Yes.
Natural herd immunity.
So how do you do?
If you get
pag nagkasakit ka na.
I just want to go back to what Doctor was saying that if you get the virus or the COVID infection, you will not have long-lasting immunity. That is a very sorry, but it's kind of false because from the beginning of Homo sapien, we have been having long-lasting immunity to every single virus that we have. If we would not have that long-lasting immunity, wala nang Homo sapiens ngayon. Siguro puro rabbits na lang tsaka ducks ang nasa mundo. So, and studies have shown we do have long-lasting immunity. So, COVID is not different from the other viruses. We can achieve long-lasting immunity with a natural infection. In fact, just to make a more important statement, when you get natural vaccine, you become immune to not only the, kasi di ba yung sa vaccine, puro spike proteins. With yung buong virus, you become immune to the whole virus, not only the spike protein. Why is that important? Bakit nagkakaroon breakthrough infections? Because yung spike protein ng mga bagong variants ang nagbabago. Pero the whole virus does not change. So those who are naturally protected, infected and protected, they are also protected from the variants. Kasi yung spike protein lang ang nagpapalit. If you have natural immunity, kayang i-suppress yun ng body. Unlike those na vaccinated, kung medyo ibang-iba na yung vaccine ay yung spike protein sa original vaccine, then it's what they call breakthrough infections. And this you will hear more and more breakthrough infections.
Okay. Actually, I want to ask that question, ano, kasi ngayon napapansin ko, no, na merong mga both. Meron yung mga nagka-COVID na nagsabi nila na nagka-second infection sila, nag-COVID ulit. And then meron naman yung mga nabakunahan na nag-COVID din.
How is
so,
that possible?
Paano yan? Like,
Yeah.
so ano pa, I mean, kasi nagka-COVID ka na naman. And then nagpapakuna ka, nagka-COVID ka pa rin. So saan nalalagay ang mga tao?
Actually, the rate of reinfection. So there have been several studies now on rate of infections of previously infected is about 6 in 1 million. 6 in 1 million.
Ang reinfection?
Reinfection.
Okay. So I have a friend right now whose mom is in the hospital. Second time. Pero nagka-COVID na siya dati and then he's in the hospital. At nagpa-vaccine na rin siya. Nasa hospital pa rin siya. Nasa ICU ngayon.
May ano yan.
I hope she gets well talaga. But you know, like these are cases na hindi mo na
I lost so many friends.
Malaman.
And
We all did.
people of, you know, my relatives, of friends. And it's really a problem. It's a crisis already. So I believe in ivermectin, I was saying I take ivermectin. In fact, I was telling people to take ivermectin, and I was so upset that they were stopping
Pangbaboy
the
yung
prophylaxis.
tinitake mo, or yung pangbaboy, o yung pangtao?
Yung pang-human
pangtao.
Human use.
But that's another thing, ano, because they say nga, ang karamihan na misconception about ivermectin is that it's for veterinary use.
Yes,
So
that's
kaya
right.
hindi pwede sa tao. Yun ang talagang misconception.
And then they're making a joke about it, di ba?
Tama.
Exactly. So what can you say about that?
I mean, that's why I said at the beginning that it was really used by humans. Humans talaga yung gumamit ng ivermectin. Tapos, pinatent ni Merck, which they marketed for animal use.
Yes.
So, the patent expired already around 1996. So, ngayon, kaya nga, parang because may mga doctors nga na maverick and creative, no? I mean, kailangan nilang mag-isip ng paraan how to solve this crisis, this global crisis. So, yun na nga, I mentioned Monash University and their studies. And, yun na nga, so na-discobrehan that ivermectin is antiviral. It's not just anti-parasitic. No, ang dami pong benefits ng ivermectin. It's also an immunomodulator, no? And it has also anti-cancer properties, di ba? So talagang no wonder, even the World Health Order said that it's in the top 3, no, most essential drugs in the world. So why would World Health Order say that? Yeah, World Health Organization.
Illuminati. May Illuminati.
World Homicide Association.
Yeah.
Oh, yun. So, with even the World Health Organization.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry. So, with the World Health Organization nga, parang they're saying, why would they say that ivermectin is a top 3 most essential drugs in the world? Tapos here, especially in our country, dinidemonize yung drug. Bakit? Gusto nyo bang maging manatiling may sakit ang mga tao?
I think the answer is obvious naman. Alam naman natin kung bakit bakit nila tinitigil yan, di ba?
Baka mawala lang yung question sa akin. We're talking about ivermectin and you were telling us na ginagamit to sa baboy. So, ang next question ko, ginagamit na ba ng lidyas, ng ping-ping to?
Ay! Baka pag kinain mo yung baboy nila at ginamit ng ivermectin, di ba lang COVID yung baboy?
Wala rin tayong swine flu.
actually, he is taking the veterinary grade. Kasi ang katwiran niya, yes. Yeah, and then ang katwiran niya, baka kung di ba ang merong sabi-sabi lang naman na baka i-fake ang ivermectin or ganyan. So siya sabi niya, siguro naman pag veterinary grade, di na nila pakikialaman to. So sure akong pure na ivermectin yung matatake ko. So up until now,
Kasi yung nagre-reseta yung veterinaryo.
he's taking a veterinary grade and so far buhay pa naman.
Pero ako ayoko kasi ang binibigay sa akin ni Doc Homer. Si Doc Homer kasi ako na lang mag-ano sabi. Si Doc Homer meron siyang he is authorized to produce ivermectin.
Yes.
So
diba?
he does. So I take the human grade.
Okay. So from Doc Homer. And from si Dr. Landrito rin di ba? Meron din siya.
Alam nyo, meron ako kaibigan, director din siya. Yung daughter niya nagka-COVID. Ito ni-refer ko kay Dr. Homer. So he gave his testimony. Yung anak niya may COVID-19. Safe naman yung anak niya kasi bata pa, hindi naman mamatay. Pero binigyan ng ivermectin ni Doc Homer. Binigyan na, sige, inumin mo yan. Ngayon, naka-quarantine yung bata. Hindi nakatiis yung mag-ina, na kaibigan ko. Pinalabas, dito ka kumain, kasama namin. Alis na yung mask, alis na lahat. Dito ka, matulog ka sa gitna namin, walang mask. Hindi nahawa yung hindi nahawa. Naka-ivermectin, hindi nahawa yung Kaya, it may be, what do you call that story? It's called anecdotal, no?
Yes.
However, there are enough studies around the world, clinical studies, clinical trials, more than remdesivir, more than the vaccines. The vaccines actually have only one study each. And sponsored by the pharmaceutical that produced the vaccine. so talk about bias.
Okay.
So anyway, mas maraming studies ang ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine. So there are enough studies. Hindi na kailangan mag-aral yung mga doktor natin dito. So about it. Makinig na lang kayo sa mga experts sa ibang bansa.
I'd like you to know, sir, na yung magpapakasal sa'yo nasa baba na po. Yan,
dahil na po yung dowry.
Share lang din. Parang di naman sa nananakot ako or whatever. But one of our friends, his sister took AstraZeneca, and she's way past her senior years. And you know what? Bigla siyang nag-bleeding. So why is this thing happening? And yun lang, for me, parang that alone as a woman, it's really scary. And there are also parang reports na even the unvaccinated females, when they are with that vaccinated person na babae, female, pati yung menstrual cycle nila affected. So you hear of menopausal women na who are bleeding. Parang nagme-mens uli sila.
I think kasi lahat lumalabas pag nagpa-vaccine ka eh. So, I think it's very important na magpa-test. And kaya ini-interview di ba? May interview portion yan eh. Pag nagpa-vaccine ka eh, ini-interview ka ng So, if you feel that there might be something wrong or, with your... You better be honest when you answer those questions when they tell you, when they ask you, when you're getting vaccinated.
When you're being assessed,
Kasi, you personally, magpa-assess ka na lang. Pag meron kang hesitancy.
But going back to vaccines, if you would look at the trials, it's 18 to 65. 18 years old to 65. Everyone over 65 is not included in the study. So why are we keep on pushing vaccinating
the seniors,
the elderly,
and the young,
and those who are frail,
and
the frail? So I think there's so I don't know what's happening really. So we're in a big worldwide experiment.
Ito may isa rin question na medyo interesting. Sabi niya, kung ako ay nagpabakuna na, bakit mas takot pa yung mga kung ako ay hindi nagpabakuna, bakit mas takot pa yung mga nagpabakuna sa akin na magka-COVID? Di ba bakunado sila at protected na? Okay, can you answer that?
Kasi depending on and how your fear is, like what the whole panel is like, at what status are you want your body to accept and not to accept? How you want your body to live in the next, parang gusto mo laging ganyan. Sabi nga ni Miss Mai, gusto mo ganyan? Susunod ba tayo? Pwede naman tayo hindi sumunod sa policy ng government. Even in the World Health Organization, to who
Yeah,
we
but
care. The thing is that,
be responsible,
yun na
Doc.
sinasabi, at the end of the day, you sit down and think, what do I want for my body?
Exactly.
Bakuna ako, okay. All of these are clinical trials. Even before, alam mo yon, lahat ng
Yes,
bakuna,
correct.
yung mga Ebola, lahat yan. You talk about, are we guinea pig? They put it in Africa? Probably. Are there conspiracy theory? Probably. Di ba?
Follow-up
Hindi
question,
natin
Doc.
kasi alam eh. Pero ang tanong lagi is like, ano ang gagawin natin sa atin? Is our immune system that strong? Probably. We want that. Pero bakit lagi nating iniisip? Tandaan mo, sabi nga ni Lovely, na-vaccine ako, tinamaan ako. Namatay ba siya? Hindi siguro. Ba't na-hospital siya? Lahat ganun pa rin.
ganun yung-
All are question and question because these are all born new.
Before anything else, ang follow-up question ko sa'yo, Doc Joseph, are all vaccines effective in the same manner?
You have to have they have efficacies,
Yes,
diba?
yes,
That's why
yes,
you have
yes.
to have second dose, diba? The second dose increase the percentage of efficacy. Kaya ang misa sabi na, ay, Pfizer, mataas. Moderna, mataas. Yun ang inumpisa nila, kaya lahat gusto Pfizer, Moderna.
Right.
Yung dumating yung China vaccine, wala
Ayaw
na
na.
may gusto. O, yung binigay sa amin, anong gagawin namin? Ako, for one, I'm a frontliner and I'm a head of a department. Sit down, go. I have to think, ituturo ko ba? Sabi nga, Dr. Lim, I can wait. I can wait for clinical studies. But can my body wait because I'm told to do my job as a doctor? I have to go to the hospital. So I have no choice but to have myself turok. Alam mo yun? This is not only
It's
for
being
me,
also responsible
for all. Alam
for
mo
the
yun?
patients.
For the patients also. I agree with you. Ngayon nga if you can have self-preservation, don't be vaccinated, but you protect yourself. So alam mo na anong gagawin mo.
Okay, that's clear,
Huwag
that's clear.
kang saan na ano.
Well, I guess we all agree na yung wag sanang maging mandatory ang vaccine. So yun ang maganda doon.
Isa
At
pa,
least we all agree on that.
Lovely, yung halimbawa yung proposal ni Sir Joy Concepcion na i-segregate yung mga
Oo nga eh. O yun pala, isa yun. There are two
medyo
worlds
very
now.
offensive.
Parang yung smokers and non-smokers
Kaya nga,
sa
very
mga
offensive yun sa akin.
restaurants.
Number two, kahapon nasa SNR ako, merong isang babae. Sabi ko, kumusta na, nagbabakuna. Meron kasi akong Flat in the Fear. Sir, ang ganda ng shirt. Flat in the Fear t-shirt. Sabi ko, nagpabakuna ka na? Sir Gusto mo ba? Sabi niya, ayoko nga, sir. Pero
Actually,
kailangan
maraming
ko sa
napipilitan.
trabaho. So, hindi dapat pinipilit ang tao na magpabakuna. Yun kasi pressures coercion ang tawag doon. So, medyo yung rights mo ay na-violate.
And I don't like the one-size-fits-all policy of our government. Kasi kayo, Myla, diba? Parang you said nga na dapat papacheck mo na, consult your doctor if you should be vaccinated or not. I mean, how many...
If you're hesitant.
If you're hesitant, okay. But how many people would actually, go out of their way to do research? Many of them don't even understand that it's EUA, emergency use authorization. So, and yun parang how can they even consent to something that they're not aware of? Diba? So rights are being violated. So yun talaga yung questionable. And remember, hindi pa tayo masyadong nakaka-recover from the Dengvaxia scandal, right? So can you imagine all these people, they just lost their children from Dengvaxia and now you're forcing them to take another vaccine? What? So, it's really, you cannot blame them. So, parang tayo, kunyari, ako, pigilan mo ako because I'm not vaccinated. Ako kaya kong makipaglaban or makipag-engage with whoever stopping me. But then yung mga maliliit na tao who are not assertive or confident or educated enough, wala. Yun na nga, ang daming cases, mga yaya, they're forced by their employers to get vaccinated. Ang sama ng loob ko, parang hindi makailangan ganun, di ba?
Kasi nga it's the hawa-hawa. It's because the virus is infectious. So in other words, okay lang hindi ka magpa-vaccinate pero wag mo akong ihahawa.
But if you're
Kasi
vaccinated...
No. I mean that's the
Yes, the thinking.
Yun ang thinking 'di ba? Huwag kang magpa-vaccinate, pero huwag kang manghahawa. Diba? Yun ang problema. Kasi hindi mo naman din pwedeng explain sa kahit na sino at lahat ng tao kung bakit ayaw mo magpa-vaccinate. Diba?
Pero meron din kasi pong cases na, alam nyo yun, diba, mga doctors din, na they also come to COVID after being vaccinated. So, how do we
I
explain
have
that?
like colleagues like that. Like what Myla said, I have colleagues who died earlier on COVID. And I went, alam mo yan,
After vaccination.
nag-mental depression ako ng 1 week because 2 or 3 of my high mentors died of COVID. Oo, at pinakita sa media yan.
It's a struggle.
It's very hard for me. So, yun, nag-practice yun. Talagang nag-intubate, ganon. Anesthesiologist yung isa eh. Yung isa, pediatrician. And how will you explain that? Sabi ko, it might happen to them.
Yes.
But it was it might happen to me.
Alright.
Diba? Ang akin kasi is like, lahat naman okay. Basta, alam mo, sabi nga ni Sir, ang tanong dyan bakit ayaw i-approve? We do not like to politicize.
Yes, yes, of
The
course.
thing is, but if it's good, ako, okay yan. If you want to be vaccinated, go, that's you. Diba? Ako nga, nanay ko, 78, ang tagal-tagal ko na-convince. She was looking at the news. I want this. Ako nagulat, yung gusto niyang brand.
Okay.
Pabaksin mo ako, na-toxic ako sa kanya. That's her choice.
Yes,
Yes.
Did I push
Your
her?
body, your choice.
You know, my parents also got vaccinated. My mom is 91.
Wow.
My father is going to be 100 this
Wow.
month. So
Si
they
tita
got
and tito,
vaccinated.
ang
Yes,
lola,
all of
it's
them.
kidding.
Everybody in the family already got vaccinated. I was the last. In fact, they were worried because they're all in the States. So they were worried that I wasn't vaccinated yet. So I had to get the vaccination to allay their fears.
Yeah.
Because I'm so
Maraming
far away
ganon
from
din.
them.
Yeah, maraming
Diba?
ganon.
Plus, because if in case that I need to travel.
Yun nga yun. The travel.
Kailangan.
Oo.
It's a requirement. Yes.
Saka, parang na ano,
Kasi kasama.
Yeah,
mag-research ka. You need to do your own research. Try to find out more about it. Because definitely, there are risks. Lahat naman ng vaccines may risks yan pero in this vaccine, yes, it was done in warp speed. But I think they already started, they just had to tweak it. Kasi they started developing the vaccines already. During the SARS. Kasi President Obama already had, di ba meron siyang tinayo na tinanggal ni Trump? Yun
That it wasn't the research, it was funding research for what they call gain of function.
Parang nagbabantay.
They banned, Trump banned the Obama's administration's funding of gain of research. Gain of function. When we say gain of function, it means that you're weaponizing a virus or a bacteria.
Yes.
This is that's also something that many doctors here won't acknowledge.
Yes.
This is a bioweapon.
Okay, so that's another thing and another
That's a
subject
different
altogether.
issue altogether.
Yes.
So, for now,
Where it
I
came
guess
from.
we've medyo nag-overtime na
Yeah.
tayo. So we will give our guests like 1 minute each to parang, just a final statement.
Let's start
to
at the
wrap
side
up.
naman.
Pag ganun, or with alternate tayo.
Yeah,
Try
okay.
to be, okay, Miss
Okay. So, my body, my choice. My body is not the responsibility of the government. It is entirely my responsibility. So, study, remove the fear, flatten the fear by studying, doing more research. So, there. Thank you.
Thank you. And, sige,
Ako, I agree with you. Just listen, be aware, educate yourself, okay? Now, if you have to preserve yourself and be well, do yourself a chance to be vaccinated, no? This is for you, and not only for you, but for your family.
Thank you. And Dr. Homer?
Yes. So with regards to the vaccines, I think people have to understand and put in their minds that these vaccine efficacy, when they say efficacy, yung efficacy from not getting a severe form. It doesn't mean na hindi ka ma-infect or mahawa. So at the end of the day, if you get a vaccine and you get a quote-unquote vaccine passport, what is the advantage of the vaccine passport? if you are vaccinated, does that mean that hindi ka na mahahawa? Therefore, bakit meron discrimination between vaccinated and unvaccinated if both groups will be infected anytime anyway? So I think these are things that we have to consider and think about, aside from yun nga yung sa safety and efficacy of the vaccines. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc Homer and Mala.
Yes, I hope that everybody will do their own research. If possible, magtanong-tanong kayo. Kasi there's a lot of misinformation. And really, this is an international crisis. And we need to address it, and hopefully, sana matapos na to yung pagmamask natin. Oh, ang dami ko ng pimples. O suppose na sa mainit pa tayong bansa, diba? So ang hirap-hirap, parang makabalik na tayo sa trabaho, diba? So sana pag-isipan ninyo, it's a personal choice. I understand the mandatory and the why they're pushing it, because a lot of people lack knowledge.
Yes.
Diba? So because of the for like healthcare workers, siguro issue yan sa Amerika, diba?
That's right.
Kasi nga they're taking care of patients, so that's why it's the hospitals itself, it's still a business, no? So the hospitals requires healthcare workers, and I believe that they should get vaccinated because nga you have to, matatakot naman yung mga pasyente, di ba? Kasi nga marami nga tayong hindi alam dito sa marami talagang hindi tayo alam sa vaccine, sa virus na to. There's so many questions and there's a lot of misinformation in social media. And there's religious beliefs pa.
Yes, marami
diba?
ganyan.
And yung iba hindi pa naniniwala talagang may virus. Diba? So kayo mismo, pag-aralan ninyo, kung hesitant kayo, pag-aralan ninyo and make that personal choice. If you think you want to protect the people that you live with, people that you lagi mo nakakasama sa trabaho, then get vaccinated. But have a checkup if you're hesitant. Just find out and feel your body. If you're healthy enough, then, because I think you just have to weigh the benefits and the risk and the benefits.
Thank you.
Thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And, ito na, bago pa kasalan.
Bago magtanan. Bago magtanan.
Hindi, sa akin, risk reward talaga. At saka, sa mga nakikinig, if you make your choice, consider ivermectin. I'm not a salesperson for ivermectin. Pero I'm hesitant to take the vaccine kasi nga risk reward. It is an experimental vaccine. I am not going to give it to my children or recommend it to my children and my friends. So, being an experimental vaccine, I'd rather go with ivermectin. If you want to get informed about this, please visit the concerned doctors and citizens of the Philippines website, and we will explain things to you. Now, it's okay not to have hesitancy in taking the vaccine, because it is precisely an experimental vaccine. If it were not an experimental vaccine and it was proven safe that 5 years from now I won't get leukemia or whatever, my children won't be impotent and they can still have kids, then so be it. Take the vaccine. But they cannot guarantee that yet. And we cannot sue the manufacturers. So consider that in your choice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alam mo, ang ganda, no? Kasi
galing.
Parang lalo akong na-confused.
Exactly. Parehas tayo.
Joke lang. Hindi, pero talagang kasi like parehong both sides meron naman talagang point, kumbaga. Kaya talagang I really believe it's your body, your choice talaga. Your own
That's your
personal
takeaway
choice.
partner. Sige.
Yes,
Sige.
basically talaga ang tingin ko dito talaga, kailangan kayo mismo pag-aralan nyo gaya ng sinabi ng ating mga guests. You have to study, and wag lang kayong makinig sa isang wag lang sa mainstream media, okay? You have to dig deeper and then talk to people, knowledgeable people, and talagang kumbaga do your complete research and not just listen to one side or one party. Talagang mag-invest kayo ng time doing this research kasi it's your body. Eventually, it's really your body.
Ang takeaway naman ni Kuya Jose, mga kalabdi, is that it's very simple. Ngayon, I think the confusion doesn't really help us because of this crisis. It's been long overdue at alam natin ginagawa natin lahat. But the thing is, on the other side, we're saying now we are a biological test. On other side, if you're not going to take the vaccine, you're not going to be safe, makakahawa ka sa iba. But of course, lahat naman ito, mapupuntahan natin na maayos. But the thing is, we really have to decide, is our own body, we have to decide. Nga lang, at the very end, at the end of the day, sinasabi lang natin, ano ba talaga yung pwede sa atin? Okay, tanging tayo lang ang makakapagsabi kung ano yung dapat na i-take natin. Now, with regards to vaccination and ivermectin, we have to show resiliency na pag-aralan pa ng mabuti ito, to weigh in. So that's my take.
That's true. And basta, your body, your choice. Pro-choice tayo lahat dito, okay? I guess, no? Tama ba ako? Pro-choice lang. Alright. Okay, and B, ano naman ang takeaway mo, B?
So ayun, Miss Lovely, mukhang sobrang grabe yung usapan natin. Ang dami sanang mga questions na dapat itatanong na tinanggap natin, kaso binigyan na lang sa panel kasi mukhang nasagot nyo naman po talaga lahat, no? Kahit ako yung mga personal questions ko na gusto kong tanongin, nasagot nyo na rin po talaga. So, ang dami po talaga naming natutunan. Siyempre, yung mga viewers din na nanonood ngayon, marami talaga silang natutunan regarding sa vaccine. Katulad ko na marami din akong tanong na medyo nasagot na sa utak ko kahit litong-lito na ako sa inyong lahat, no? Ang tatalino ng mga kasama ko dito, yung utak ni B medyo nagtutuji-tuji to pag walang signal. So, ayun mga B.
Cute mo naman. Yes, so thank you
nagtutuji po ako minsan. Nagaganyan na lang ako kanina, parang dudugo na yung ilong ko dito. Pero naiintindihan ko naman po kahit paano.
Oh, yes. Pero thank you talaga, B, dun sa pag-ikot mo sa iyong neighborhood at nagtapatanong ka doon, ano? Talagang rumampa ka doon. So thank you so much. And also, next week, exciting din yung ating topic, partner.
Exactly.
Excited na tayo. Hindi naman ako. Pero yun lang yung
hindi
topic.
ko pa kayang sabihin ngayon.
Ay, gano'n, hindi.
Next week na natin malalaman.
Yes, yun ang topic natin. Next week, I'm coming out. Storya po ito nung ating mga LGBTs na mga nag-come out, yung kanilang proseso. Because it's a process, it's a hard decision, and syempre meron ding kasamang stigma ng society.
Yan naman ang lagi nilang, susunod nilang aabangan sa atin.
Yes, so abangan nyo po yan dahil, nako, exciting yung ating mga guests, mga talagang mga star vloggers at mga talagang sikat na sikat sa social media kung paano nila ginawa yung kanilang pag-come out.
Yes,
so, ayan,
it's a wonderful first episode, partner.
Yes. So, let us, officially and formally thank our guests.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ruby Ang. Thank you, Dr. Homer Lim. And of course, Mr. Francis Abraham. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Joseph Lee. Thank you, Miss Myla. Thank you.
And of course, babalik kayo ha, may part ko to.
Alright, yeah.
And maraming salamat sa Star Ace Academy, sa K5 Digital Media Family, and our director, Director Angelo Carpio, and Art Halili, our producer.
Art Halili, our producer, right? And we'd like to thank Laika, of course, sila Miss Erica Brenner who's supporting us. At sa mga manunood natin, mga ka-lovely at mga sumusuporta. Please like, add, and share. It's a lovely day on Facebook and Instagram and K5 Digital Media on Facebook and YouTube as well.
Yes, and teka, meron lang akong pasasalamatan. Yes, ano ba to? Sky, wait. Yung ating Sky Mall ba yun? Asian Sky Mall. Thank you so much sa mga pinadala nyo. And I will post the product. And of course, aficionado. Ayan.
Okay.
Mr. Joel Cruz, maraming salamat. Ayan, para sa ating mga bisita.
Thank you.
Ayan,
Thank you.
Ayan. Okay, so, ito po si Lovely Rivero saying thank you so much for joining us for our first pilot episode. And samahan niyo po sana kami ulit. And syempre, yung ating malalagay ito sa Facebook so you can still keep on sharing and watching the episode.
And this is your Kuya Jose saying goodbye for now. And it's been a wonderful ride for each and everyone. At magkita-kita ulit tayo sa It's a Lovely Day!
Have a great Sunday, everyone! Kaina na!
Good vibes on a Sunday morning. Hang on, have fun, let's have some good time. Ang galing. Cheer up, sit back and relax. Just enjoy, hear and watch. Tweet namin to para sa inyo. And here we go.
program is brought to you by Aficionado by Joel Cruz, Potpot by Joel Cruz, Takoyati by Joel Cruz, Star Ace Academy, Home Decor. The Philippines' newest online network. A5 Digital Media. Makikinig sa'yo.
Makikinig sa'yo.